Subhanallah bihamdihi subhanallahil azim. Subhanallah bihamdihi subhanallahil azim. Subhanallah bihamdihi Nush brand. Surah Fatiha. Nush. Surah Al-Nashr. Dushif. Surah Ikhlas. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Surah Fatiha. Dushif. Ya Habib fi yadika min amrika Habib. Ya Habib fi yadika min amrika
Hazrat Bahauddin Naqshband Rahimahullah, who is the head of the Naqshbandi Silsila order. And this verse is recited as dua and prayer, as khatam for him, for his ithal thawab, for the reward to be conveyed and assigned to him.
Ya Khabirun
Whichever pious elder we do recite prayers and du'as for, that the pious elders have stated that in that gathering of dhikr, the fairs and blessings from that specific pious elder and wali of Allah, the fairs will reach to that gathering. That's why we recite these kalimats, and it's an order to recite these verses beforehand. Everything we've attained and achieved has been via the blessings of our mashayikh, pious predecessors. That's why we recite, do dua and prayers for our pious elders beforehand, and after that we do maraqbah and dhikr. So after praying and doing dua for our pious elders and asking Allah to give the ithal thawab, to convey the rewards to them, then we attain their fairs and their blessings in maraqbah and in dhikr. And I'm explaining this to you for this reason, so we can realize and understand what system and method, which spiritual system is being observed. And all of these kalimat, all these verses are azim, great, they are ism Adam, each and every one. And they have been taught to us, sent, communicated to us via our pious predecessors. They each received ilham, inspiration, that these verses are beneficial. We don't select them ourselves. Rather, from centuries, these verses have been communicated to us. And Allah Ta'ala has made us understand that the salikeen that recite these verses and attain the thawab, reward. That's why every pious elder in our silsila, in our order, each pious elder has a verse connected and assigned to him. So these kalimat, these verses, should not be recited without permission, unless the sheikh, your teacher, has given ijazah, permission.
Ya Baqiyatul Baqi.
This is that great Sheikh from the Naqshbandi order, due to whom the Naqshbandi silsila was introduced and reached to the Indian subcontinent. He brought the Naqshbandi order first and foremost to the Indian subcontinent. Hazrat Baqi Billah Rahmatullah alayh. His grave is in Delhi. And our pious elders, many of our pious elders in our Naqshbandi silsila are buried in the Indian subcontinent, mashallah. Rather, I would say that all of them are buried in the Indian subcontinent.
Ya Baqiyatul Baqi. Ya Baqiyatul Baqi. Drush.
This Azim kalama, this Azim great verse is connected to the pious elder Naqshbandiya, Silsila Naqshbandiya Mujaddadiya, the founder of Naqshbandiya Mujaddadiya Silsila, Hazrat Sheikh Ahmad Farooqui Sarhandi rahimahullah. This verse is connected and assigned to him, alhamdulillah, for Ithal Thawab, to convey the reward to him.
لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله 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 درشيف لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين
This great kalama verse is connected to Hazrat Sheikh Ahmad Farooqui Sarhandi rahmatullah alayhi's respected son, Hazrat Khwaja Masoom rahimahullah. And his maqam, his status was very unique in our silsila. And just as through him Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spread all the fairs throughout the whole world, that he had between 800,000 to 1 million students, murids, from amongst whom there were many famous and well-known people. There were kings of their time included in his students. The kings of India, Mughal emperors, the Mughal dynasty, they were also bayah and students of Hazrat Khwaja Masoom. And Aurangzeb was bayah to him, and Hazrat Jahangir rahimahullah was bayah and a student of Hazrat Khwaja Masoom. And Hazrat Khwaja Masoom rahimahullah gave khilafah. He made Hazrat Jahangir rahimahullah his deputy, and his grave is in Lahore. And alhamdulillah, today great mashayikh, great walis of Allah go to his grave and do maraqabah, meditate. And our Hazrat rahimahullah, my Hazrat, whenever he would go to Punjab, Lahore, first and foremost he would go to his grave and do maraqabah and meditate. And Hazrat would state that this is the Khalifa about whom Hazrat Mujaddad al-Aftani rahmatullah stated that Allah asked me that what have you brought for me, and I will present Jahangir and say I brought him. So he was a king. So this is Hazrat Khwaja Masoom rahimahullah. This verse is related to him, and this is the prayer and dua for him, the khatam for him.
لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين لا إله إلا أنت سبحانك إني كنت من الظالمين درشف يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث.
These great verses, this great verse is connected to a very gentle and sensitive Sheikh from the Naqshbandi order, and his mazar, his grave is in Delhi. Hadhrat Mirza Mazhar Jane Jana Rahimahullah. Subhanallah, just as he was sensitive and gentle, this kalama is assigned to him.
Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum bi rahmatika astaghith. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum bi rahmatika astaghith. من يشاء 나니 거푸는 거요 디마이여쇼 나니 거푸는 거요 디마이여쇼
This Azim great kalima which is in various places in the Quran, this is connected to that Naqshbandi Sheikh, subhanallah, that just as in the Indian subcontinent Hazrat Baqi Billah rahimahullah introduced and brought the Naqshbandi order and silsila to the Indian subcontinent, in the same way Hazrat Fadl Ali Quraishi rahmatullah alayh introduced and brought the silsila Naqshbandiya to Pakistan. And after that, however much and to the extent to which this silsila is spread, alhamdulillah, this is all the fairs of Hazrat Fazl Ali Quraish rahimahullah. And his mazar, his grave is in the village that he constructed himself, and he named that village himself Miskinpura, and that is where today his grave is present. And his fairs, his blessings, his effect, how much it is spread far and wide, and how much Allah Ta'ala has given to people. We are experiencing this ourselves. That all of the mashayikh today in the world who are attached to Naqshbandi, the Naqshbandi order, are due to the fairs and are receiving the fairs of Hazrat Fazl Ali Quraishi rahmatullah alayh.
ذلك فضل الله يؤتيه من يشاء दृश्य لا إله إلا الله لا شريك له له وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير.
This beautiful kalima verse is connected to the great Sheikh, the Qayyum of his time, the Ghawth al-Azam, the Sheikh of the Mashayikh, Hazrat Hafiz Maulana Ali Murtada Rahimahullah, whose fairs, whose blessings, alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah, has reached to Britain, UK and across the whole world. And at this time, right now, alhamdulillah, if we look in terms of numbers, then 1,500 people are doing dhikr and do dhikr. And this is the effect of my Hazrat rahimahullah. Due to his hukam, his order, the name of Allah came to this barren, dry and thirsty land, and the dhikr of Allah was introduced. And his mazar, his grave, is in his hometown, his home village, where many great sheikhs, himself Hazrat Fadl Ali Quraishi Ramdai would come to Hazrat's Khanqa, because Hazrat Sahib's father himself was a great sheikh, and he was a Sheikh al-Hadith in Dakkan, Saharanpur, at that time when Hazrat Rashid Ahmad Gangohi Rahmatullah Alayhi was alive, when Hazrat Thanvi Rahmatullah Alayhi was alive. So Hazrat Sahib's respected father was a Sheikh of the Chishti order, and he was also Sheikh al-Hadith there. So many great Mashayikh and pious elders, Hazrat Saharanpuri Rahmatullah on various occasions came to Hazrat Sahib's father's Khanqa in Gadai Sharif. And my Hazrat, his grave is there, subhanallah, where his khanqa is, where people would take off their shoes. Hazrat Sahib himself selected the place for his grave, the position that bury me here, next to where people take off their shoes. Imagine his humility, humbleness, subhanallah. Very hard will it be to find somebody like this. Maybe somebody's grave you will hear in your life, they have said that bury me where every man takes off his shoes. To the left side is Hazrat Sahib's grave. Allahu Akbar, Allah is great. Such humbleness. In the Sahih Hadith it is stated that the person who demonstrates humility, humbleness, Allah Ta'ala elevates him and increases his rank. And on the day of judgment, may Allah Ta'ala elevate his name, may Allah Ta'ala spread his face, his blessings, may his fairs and blessings and effect reach to the whole world. And on the day of judgment, may he be from amongst all of the Naqshbandi Mashayikh, pious elders, may he be unique and separate and special. May Allah give him a special rank and status on that day.
لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير. لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير. درش اللهم صل لا إله إلا الله الملك الحق المبين لا إله إلا الله الملك الحق المبين
Whenever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would give me the ability and capability to travel to Madinatul Munawwara for ziyarah, then next to the pulpit, the member of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there's a doorway that you can go through. And when you go through that doorway, you reach to the Rawda Mubarak, to the holy fence. That doorway, on top of that doorway, this verse is written, La ilaha illallah al-malikul haqqul mubin. So regularly I would look at these verses, at this verse, and I'd like looking at this verse. I'd prefer to look at it and read these verses. Then Allah Ta'ala gave me His fadl, and with the grace of Allah, Allah Ta'ala assigned this kalima to this ajiz, to this humble servant.
لا إله إلا الله الملك الحق المبين لا إله إلا الله الملك الحق المبين لا إله إلا الله الملك الحق المبين درود پاک.
Our pious elders have stated, our mashayikh have stated that every loss can be compensated for, but the company of the sheikh that is lost out, that is missed, cannot be compensated for. You cannot make up for it. Subhanallah. Never did I do dhikr in this way, like we have just done now, and never on this basis have I ever mentioned our mashayikh, our pious elders who are in the Naqshbandi silsila, Naqshbandi order, nor have I ever commentated or given the commentary or explanation in depth on these kalimat verses. And I don't know why today Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has, on this beautiful and great night of Ramadan, when we are about to embark upon the last final third of Ramadan, Allah ta'ala has instilled these thoughts into my mind. And this gathering at this time, and imagine the color and the effect and the fairs of the Naqshbandi mashayikh that is here at the moment, the fairs, the blessings is without any comparison. We cannot compare. And really, truthfully, I will say that maybe before today I've never spoken like this, and probably after today I won't speak like this. So this majlis is special, and if a person misses it or wastes it, then he can never compensate for that loss. The fairs that we have got today from the mashayikh, our pious elders in this gathering, I think that probably that time will not come again, that we will attain these fairs again. My brothers, my friends, this is tasawwuf. The path of tasawwuf is an ajeeb and unique thing indeed. Very ajeeb and unique. And Allah Ta'ala's qurb and marifah, when He opens the doors to His qurb and marifah, there's no other comparison to that feeling and emotion. Allah has given you this ni'mah, this gift, this treasure. We have a big nisbat, a big connection. We should be careful and cautious. We shouldn't waste time. We should value this. We should appreciate this. And one more thing, tie a knot on this point. Tie it firmly and hard, that never waste and lose out in terms of company of the Shaykh. Sohbah the Shaykh is very valuable. May Allah Ta'ala give us all this tawfiq, this capability and ability. Ameen.
दरूद पढ़ लें.
Do maraqabah, concentrate on the heart, focus on the heart, and make intention that the mercy of the nur of Allah's mercy, the light of Allah's mercy, due to the sadaqah and blessings of the mashayikh, this is descending into our hearts, the nur of Allah's mercy, and by being grateful to Allah, our heart is reciting Allah, Allah, Allah.
Allah.